Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a February reset. It is February 3rd, and we're going to reset for the month. First thing we're going to do is clean up my room. Of course, I always have to clean up my room in a reset. I have a bunch of clothes on my bed. Here's the thing, I'm supposed to be packing right now, so I'm gonna have to leave like some of the clothes on my bed because I'm gonna be packing in a bit. So some clothes are still gonna have to stay on my bed, but there's some clothes that are just on my bed for no reason, and obviously clothes that I just tried on to pack. So I'm gonna go and put all that stuff away right now. That's the first thing we're gonna do. So, as you guys can probably tell, I already finished putting like all my clothes away and all that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do my home screen. I still have it as what I did it in January. I just had it like pink with ribbons and like for the new year. So obviously since it's February, I'm going to be doing it like Valentine's Day themed and all that. So I'm going to do that now, and that's going to be my home screen, and I'll show you guys when I'm done. I promise it's not much later. It's literally been like 10 minutes probably. It just got dark so quick. This is what my home screen looks like. Very Valentine's Day. Calendar is red. These are the widgets on the screen. And then I have this huge widget at the top that's just like love letters. And then that's what the background looks like. I'm probably like mid-month going to change like the wallpaper and stuff, because I have these that I had on Pinterest and I had so many saved that are like still so cute. So probably like mid-month I'll change it because I have so many more like pictures I want to use. I'll see, but that is pretty much that. Now what I'm going to do is set up my calendar for February. This is usually like not a super long process, but a little bit what we put for January. So goals. I'm honestly sick. Let's just say I can't check off any of these goals. Disappointing, honestly, and embarrassing. Let's be real. I did not work out at all this month. I literally just had practice every day. Guilty. Read 3 books. Guilty. I only read 2. I'm getting close to finishing a 3rd book. I'm like halfway through it, but it's already February 2nd, so guilty. Didn't read 3 books. Complete assignment in less than 2 days. I will say I did better with that, but there was one assignment that I left until like the day before. So yeah, can't check that one off either. It was a fail. January was definitely not it. February, we'll see how February goes. I want to put let's put read 3 books again. Let's put it. We'll see how that goes. So since I didn't work out at all last month, let's just put workout twice. Okay, I know that's literally nothing. That's actually nothing. Workout twice is nothing. However, since I didn't work out at all in January, I'm just going to put twice just to have a starter. You know, obviously it didn't work out when I put in January to work out 4 times. So we're going to put that. I don't really have any more goals that I want to get, so I think I'm going to leave it at that. Important dates, February 5th to the 7th, I have a Florida college tour that I'm going on, which this is going up like while I'm on the tour, I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think what else. Valentine's Day / my grandpa's birthday. It is my friend's birthdays. Actually the 20th. Oh, we're doing a Galentine's 2/16, I think we're doing it. I think that's it, to be honest. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. If I remember anything, I'll add it, but that's it for February. And what I'm going to do now is going to go to the actual calendar and start adding like specific dates and stuff. I'm gonna add the important dates that I added like just on the February screen, and then I'm also gonna go to like my practice calendar and see the practices that I have and all that. So I'm gonna do that now, and I'll get back to you guys when I'm done. Okay, so I just finished the calendar, and to make it quick and snappy, we're just going to fly through this. So today's the 3rd, right? Tomorrow I have a Galentine's Day with this club I'm in, and then the 5th through the 7th I'm going on the Florida college tour, and then I have practice on Thursday. There's actually practice the days that I'm gone, but obviously I'm not gonna go. And then that Saturday we have a curriculum fair for the school, and then the rest of the month I have practice every day except for Fridays. Obviously we have Valentine's Day, I have the Galentine's Day with my friends on a Friday, I have my friends' birthdays, and there's no school Monday on the 19th. Don't know what that's for, but we're grateful. And I'm pretty sure that is what my month is gonna look like. As always, if I have any like dates that I forgot or any dates that are going to be coming up like mid-month, then I'll just add it here. So far, that is what my month looks like. I love doing this every time I have a reset, just to see what the month is going to look like, see what I have coming up, gets me excited for the month. So I am always so happy when I do this. Okay, so now that's done, we're actually going to discuss the books I read this month. So, first book I read this month was Just My Type. I gave this book 4.25 stars. This book, I saw it on Instagram. It said like, oh, if you like this movie, you would love this book. And the movie it referenced was How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. And that is like one of my favorite movies, like definitely like top 3 movies of mine. And I was like, I have to read this book. So I've had it in like my library for so long. I've been waiting to read it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna finally read it. So I did. And they referenced the perfect movie, like guaranteed the author like was inspired by the movie and wrote the book, I think. And it was honestly very interesting. I actually explained it in my January reset probably, because it was like the book I was reading at the time. It was about a girl, she's a magazine editor. Her ex comes and he starts working there, and they both want like to be on a specific magazine, but the boss is like, let's give you guys a challenge. They basically have to complete 10 challenges. Whoever completes the challenges gets the magazine like head cover. But the thing is about these challenges is like some of the things they do have to make each other jealous, because basically the guy is trying to look for a long-term relationship and the girl is learning how to be single. So that's what they're writing their articles about. So then it's just the things they do like make each other jealous. So it's like a second chance romance, and it was definitely really good. I gave it, obviously, like I said, 4.25 stars. It was actually really, really cute. It was a short book, not too long. Like I said, definitely like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days dupe. It was so good. But it wasn't like, oh, like exactly the same. It was definitely different, but it was so similar that I still like really liked it. I literally cried at the end of the book. I didn't think I was gonna cry because I was like, oh, it's just like a silly little like rom-com book. No, I actually cried at the end. If I cry in a book, that means it is good. So yeah, it was a good book. Next book I read, I actually have a physical copy of, so let me go get that. Okay, so the next book I read was The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This has been sitting on my shelf for so long, and then I finally got in the mood to read it, so I was like, I'm gonna read it. I actually didn't update my like Notion, because usually when I read a book I update my Notion so I know all my thoughts and stuff, but kind of forgot to do that. So I just have like when I finished the book. I said the ending was really good. It felt kind of slow. I wish there was more of a romance. I am interested in reading the next book, because most of this book was trying to figure out why Avery got this inheritance, whatever. Basically, if you haven't read this book, which I'm sure everyone has, I feel like I'm the last person to probably read this book, but basically it's about a girl that has nothing, well, we think has nothing to do with this huge like rich Hawthorne family, and she gets called to go to their mansion because she has all of a sudden gotten the dead, you know, grandfather's whole will, and the whole family's like, who is this girl and why does she just take basically everything? She owns the mansion, she basically owns them, and they're like, who is this girl? And she's like, who is this guy that just gave me all this money? So basically the whole book, you're trying to find out like, what the hell does this girl have to do with any of these family members and the guy that just died? So that's basically what the book is about, and there's 4 brothers in the book. It's Alexander, Jameson, Grayson. It starts with the N. What's his name? Nash. That's the other brother's name. That's the older brother. But basically it's these 4 brothers, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna... Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't want to spoil it, but I'm guessing she's gonna end up with one of the brothers. She definitely did flirt with like 2 of them, so I'm guessing it's between them 2, like this love triangle thing. But there was barely any romance at all, which I know it's not a romance book, but I was like kind of expecting a little more, especially because I don't know if it was just me, but I wasn't too interested in the whole book. It was a good book, and I was like interested, but I wasn't like in deep, like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next, like flipping the page. I gave this book 3.75 stars. I am interested in reading the next book, but I'm not like in a rush to, if that makes sense. So that's this book. And then the book that I'm reading right now is called Ghosted. I started reading this book because my favorite YouTuber Sarah is obsessed with this book. She gave this book 5 stars, and I actually was gonna do a reading vlog with it, but honestly this book was going so slow for me that I was just like, I'm not gonna do a reading vlog of this. I'm currently on page 265, chapter 19. I'm about like 60% through the book. I don't know, I feel like I don't see why Sarah loves this book so much. Obviously, people have different tastes, but I usually like enjoy every book that she likes, and I'm not really that interested in this book. I feel like the romance didn't really get explained. Like, I feel like they just got with each other so quick. This is a second chance romance. Basically, I'm gonna read the back just so you guys know. It says, he's a troubled young actor, Hollywood's Hollywood's newest heartthrob, struggling with fame as a star of the latest superhero franchise. Through scandal after scandal, addiction on top of addiction, a flurry of paparazzi hurt him as he fights to conquer his demons. She's a single mother, assistant manager at a grocery store, existing in a something with her 5-year-old daughter every day when she goes to work. Tabloids surround her, the face of a notorious bad boy haunting her from their covers. A man and a woman living vastly different lives, but that wasn't always the case. Once they were just a boy and a girl who bonded over comic books and fell in love unexpectedly. When Kennedy met Jonathan back in high school, she knew he had all the makings of a tragic hero. With stars in her eyes and heart on her sleeve, the pair ran away together to follow their dreams. But dreams sometimes turn into nightmares. Now, years later, the only thing they share is a daughter, but one who has no idea her father plays her favorite superhero. But Jonathan is desperate to make amends, and at the top of his list is the woman who gave up everything for him and the little girl he hasn't yet met. Basically, you got the gist of the book from there. I don't know, I feel like everything went by pretty quick. Like, I honestly feel like the book could have been ended by now, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't know, I'm just like not super invested in it. I'm not really connected to the characters. I feel like I'm just reading from afar and like watching from afar. Usually when I'm reading a book, I feel like I'm in it, like I'm in the story, I'm like one of the characters. But I don't feel like that with this. I feel very like disconnected, and I just don't get the connection between anyone in the book. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling about this book right now. I don't know what I'm gonna give it. I'm sitting with like a 3.25 stars right now. That's where I'm at, kinda. I'll see. I'm sure you guys will hear about this by the end of February, but that is how I'm feeling about this book right now. So I definitely do want to finish it either today or tomorrow, but yeah, that's just how I feel about that so far. And those were the books that I read in January. Okay, so I think what I want to do now is journal. Usually I say that in like every video and I don't end up journaling, but I kind of want to. So the last time I wrote in this was a very long time ago. Actually, I wrote in it the beginning of January. Just a little, remember when I wrote like resetting for the new year? I wrote like 5 pages worth of stuff, so I wrote a lot. And so I think it's kind of updated on my life. But before that, I hadn't written in it since June, so it was like a long time. And I kind of want to get better at that because I feel like sometimes I just need to let my emotions out, and this is one of the best ways to do that. So I think I'm gonna write in that right now. Honestly, I have nothing specific that I'm gonna write. I just want to rant a little, get something out. Yeah, so I'm just going to yap in this journal. Writing. I'm gonna show you guys from afar. I wrote 1, 2, 3 pages. I definitely could have written a lot more. Literally at the end I was like, there's another situation I have to talk about, but that situation is way too long and my hand was already starting to hurt, so I'm gonna probably come back in here and write on that situation, but that's for another day because that's probably gonna take up like 5 pages. But yeah, I feel great writing all that. I feel like I had to let that out and just write it on paper so that it's like a thing and I could like kind of move past everything. New month, so I'm glad I do that. I haven't journaled in so long, especially like in a reset. I haven't done it, so I'm glad that I did that. So now that I just journaled, I think that is where I'm going to end this video. It was a very quick video. I didn't do much, but I also didn't have much to do. That's where I'm finishing this February reset. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. I always get like tongue twisted saying that. Turn on your post notifications so you know when I post my next video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.